Hello, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking you through my favorite dupes that I found so far in this year of 2022. Some of these, the high-end product is new, and I just happen to already have a drugstore product that was a dupe, or vice versa. There was a high-end product that was popular for a really long time, and then recently a drugstore product has come out and duped it. I do a lot of dupe videos here on my channel, so I thought it'd be helpful to do kind of a roundup of the best dupes that I found all year. So with that, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, the first dupe that is just spot on is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip and the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. These feel almost identical. If anything, I would say that the e.l.f. primer has a little bit more grip to it, is slightly thicker, and actually performs a little bit better, but that's just being really nitpicky. These two are extremely interchangeable. The key ingredient in both of these that makes them so incredible is glycerin. Glycerin is essentially a humectant, so it's gonna pull moisture out of the air, out of your skin, to give your skin a nice even texture for makeup to go on top of. So not only the way that they look, the way that they feel, but actually the ingredient list of these two is extremely similar. Next up, you guys knew this one was gonna be in there, is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter versus the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is a case where the products look and perform almost identically, but the ingredients aren't actually a total match. So it's not an ingredient dupe, although it is a performance dupe. The Hollywood Flawless Filter is a water and oil type of formula, whereas the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter is a silicone-based formula. So just even the base of the ingredients are completely different. So it's crazy that these perform almost identically, given the fact that they are very different in terms of formulation. The Hollywood Flawless Filter I have in the shade 3 Fair, and I have the Halo Glow Liquid Filter in the shade Light Medium. These two shades are very comparable, and they both work beautifully as either a primer, as a foundation replacement, or as a liquid highlighter. It's definitely one of the best dupes of the year, but ingredients wise, not quite as good as the Milk Makeup versus e.l.f. All right, next up we have an almost identical dupe, and it is Charlotte Tilbury's Beautiful Skin Foundation versus the Joa Beauty Crystal Glow Prime Dation. This is a case where I've had this for a while, I've raved about this for a while, and then this came out, and the first time I tried it, I was like, I know I have a foundation that feels identical to this. I pulled this one out and definitely a match. The texture, the medium to full coverage, dewy finish. They both have glycerin, they both have hyaluronic acid and essential oils. The Joa Beauty one also has collagen infused in it, so even maybe a slightly better formulation on the Joa Beauty side. This isn't a case where it's like kind of a dupe, kind of interchangeable. It feels and looks like the same product, and the ingredients are extremely comparable. Right, next up, we've got the Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector versus the Koki Cosmetics Metallic Shadows. This product was released this year and has been going viral because it leaves this gorgeous glow over the lid. It is very expensive, so finding this alternative was a game changer because it gives the exact same effect for a much better price point. Makeup by Mario, this is in the shade Quartz, and then the Koki one is in the shade Gone Platinum. The difference really here is that the Makeup by Mario one comes in a compact with a mirror, and then you just have this one pan worth of product. This is technically a highlighter, but I like it best as an eyeshadow. As the Koki Cosmetics is kind of a two-parter, so on the very top, you've got a tiny little mirror, but this is a cream eyeshadow. This gives a nice dewy, glossy lid finish, kind of a frosty finish on its own, but it's meant to be a sticky base for this loose glitter to stick on top of. A little bit goes a very long way in terms of this loose glitter. It is pretty messy, but if you want it to be a match for the Makeup by Mario one, you just want to use a tiny bit of glitter on top of that primer that it comes with, and you do get a very similar effect as the Makeup by Mario one. So while the packaging of these two is quite different, this one's marketed as a highlighter, this one's marketed as an eyeshadow, the result they give, the staying power that they provide is so incredibly similar that I bet you couldn't tell that I was wearing two different eyeshadows. Right, next up we have the beloved Charlotte Tilbury Highlighter Wand versus the Flower Beauty Liquid Spotlight. This is another incredible dupe that came out this year. The Flower Beauty one is new. They have the exact same packaging with a cushion style applicator and absolutely beautiful formulas. They both glide on super smoothly. I would say that I prefer blending this one out with a sponge, whereas I prefer blending this one out with a brush. That's the only real difference in my opinion. This one sets a little bit faster than this one, but in both cases you want to kind of blend right after you apply. The ingredients on these are incredibly similar, mica being the second ingredient on both of them, as well as glycerin being really high up on the ingredient list. Packaging, finish, staying power, formula, ingredient list, like you name it, these are almost the same product. Before officially deciding that this was the dupe I was going to go with, I compared the Charlotte Tilbury to the new Milani liquid highlighter as well. That one is just a lot more natural than the Charlotte Tilbury. This one has a lot more pigment, packs a bigger punch, just like the Flower Beauty one does. So if you like the idea of this, or maybe you tried this and it was a little too blingy for you, I think you'd really like the Milani one. But as far as a dupe goes, these two are the most similar. All right, next up is a dupe that I'm really proud of because I spent a long time trying to find it. And it is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt versus the e.l.f. Putty Primer. You may see as I'm applying this that the e.l.f. Putty Primer kind of looks a little bit more pigmented, but that is strictly because I have used this so much that the product is pretty dented in the middle, and my brush was pretty big, so I had to kind of stuff it in there, and a lot more product got on it to begin with. But you can see as I blend it out, they blend out almost identically. And they both just provide a really soft, natural finish. They're buildable, they're beginner friendly, and just leave a beautiful radiance to the skin. Both products contain vitamin E, both products contain hydrating oils, but the e.l.f. one actually also has glycerin, which the Makeup by Mario one does not. I tested, I wanna say it was almost 10 different cream bronzers from the drugstore against this one. And this is by far the most similar. It's completely replaced my need to use this. The shades I have are medium dark and golden days. So save your money here for sure. Okay, this next one is an accidental dupe find because I was making a What's New at the Drugstore video followed by making a dupe video. And I was actually testing a dupe to this product in that video. I had one planned, but it was not very similar. And then I was like, you know what? That other product that I just tried is actually so much like this. I put them next to each other, and not only was it a color match, but it feels almost identical in terms of formula. And it is the LA Girl Lumilicious versus the Makeup by Mario Super Lustrous Lips, I want to say they're called. No, MoistureGlow Plumping Lip Serum. This is the shade Apricot Glow, and this is the shade, on here it says Pillow Talk, but online I think it's called something else. Makeup by Mario has avocado oil, argan oil, and the LA Girl one has sweet almond oil and argan oil. So again, starting to take a closer look at the ingredient lists for some of these dupes to really see if they are interchangeable down to the formula. And this is another case where yes, even the formula on the two matches up. The only real difference that I would say is the way that they feel. Even though I don't really notice any plumping, there is that kind of cooling feeling on the side with the Makeup by Mario that I don't have on the LA Girl side. I would say that's really the only difference in the way that they look and the way that they feel and their staying power. All right, and the final dupe of the year is one that I had sitting in front of me, but I did not put on yet, so let's put it on together, and it is the Tarte Fake Awake. I absolutely love these kind of nude colored eyeliners to put in the lash line, although I typically like doing this before I put mascara on so that it doesn't get on my mascara, versus the Extreme Lasting Essence eyeliner in the shade Silky Nude. The only real difference here with this one is that this is a tad brighter, so you want to use whatever the opposite of a heavy hand is with this one. From a distance, you can't really tell that this is a little bit brighter than this one. They last the exact amount of time in my lash line. The Essence one might be a tad bit longer lasting. So if you're looking to really open up your eyes and get that doe eye effect, definitely give that dupe a try. It's one of my favorites of the year, especially at the Essence price point. This is ridiculously affordable. All right, and that is everything. Those are a rapid fire summary of what I think the best dupes of 2022 are so far. Leave me a comment below and let me know your favorite dupe of the year, something that's been released this year that's been duped, or a dupe that's been released this year. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here, and I will see you in my next one.